Lordship has already gone through, Your Lordship. Now, Your Lordship will kindly see, in this case also, there was an addendum issued, Your Lordship, at page 40. And page 40, Your Lordship.
Where is the original? This
Your
one,
Lordship,
34.
original advertisement, Your Lordship, will
34.
get it at page 28.
This is for PG. The other one was graduate teacher.
Correct. And item 15 is for Your Lordship, graduate mathematics science teacher.
This one is for
Postgraduate.
graduate PG in what?
Postgraduate teacher.
In which subject?
In different subjects.
Oh, different subjects.
Different subject, Your Lordship. Assamese mostly, and then Your Lordship English, and Your Lordship political science, English, history, Bengali.
Okay, so what is your case?
Now Your Lordship will kindly come to page 40, Your Lordship.
40.
40.
Addendum.
Addendum. The first advertisement was there. In the addendum, Your Lordship, there is a Your Lordship. They have mentioned the vacant post, Your Lordship. And then Your Lordship will kindly come to page 42. Serial number 12, Your Lordship.
Page 42.
42.
Yes.
Serial number 12, which says, Your Lordship.
Yes.
First part, Your Lordship, I am skipping, Your Lordship. For verification of qualification and other particulars of the candidates, a draft merit list will be published. Your Lordship will kindly note the wordings with a ratio of 2 candidates against one vacancy. Thereafter, after verification and final merit list will be prepared from the draft merit list as per the outcome of the verification report and as per the merit in the draft merit list ratio 1:1. Initially, they have said that it will be 1:1, Your Lordship, in the initial advertisement. Then, Your Lordship, at page 42, by this addendum, they have said that they will publish. Your Lordship will kindly note those words. They will publish a draft merit list, Your Lordship, with a ratio of 2 candidates against 1 post. Now, Your Lordship, what they did, Your Lordship, no such, Your Lordship, list was published, Your Lordship.
Draft is 2 candidates
Lordship.
Against 1 vacancy.
Vacancy, Your Lordship.
In the final list, it's 1:1.
1:1. Now, Your Lordship, 2:1 for Your Lordship for verification. Your Lordship. Now, Your Lordship, they have, Your Lordship, already called people for verification. Now, while calling for verification, no list as per this advertisement they have published. No, we have not even been, Your Lordship, call for verification. Your Lordship will kindly see they are specifically mentioned that purpose of verification.
You have not been called for verification.
No, we have not been called for verification, and they have.
Okay, who are qualified to be called for verification?
They have, Your Lordship, informed the candidates, Your Lordship, and they have, Your Lordship, first round of verification is complete in the month of, Your Lordship, July itself. No.
My question is that who are those who are qualified for verification?
That, Your Lordship, they have not disclosed.
Any criteria?
That, Your Lordship, page 64, Your Lordship, cut-off mark, Your Lordship will get. Page 64, they have published this figure, revised cut-off mark for so-and-so, postgraduate teacher. And these are the cut-off marks, Your Lordship, for different. Those, Your Lordship, we'll have to presume that, Your Lordship, that those who have been above this cut-off mark, they have been called. They called. But there is no select list number 1. And to our knowledge, Your Lordship, it is not 1:2, Your Lordship. 1 post 2 candidates. It is, Your Lordship, 1:1. 1 candidate for 1 post, they have called for verification. Now, the point is, Your Lordship, during verification, Your Lordship, Your Lordship has dealt with some cases, Your Lordship, where Your Lordship, for various reasons, Your Lordship, after verification, candidate selection was, Your Lordship, the candidate document, after document verification, some of the candidates were rejected, Your Lordship. Now, when those were rejected, Your Lordship, for example, Your Lordship had dealt with 2 cases, Your Lordship, one relating to your BH certificate, Your Lordship, and one relating to Your Lordship, Assamese diploma certificate. Those candidates who have not cleared, Your Lordship, who have not cleared their eligibility criteria on the last date of application, like these one, those were rejected, Your Lordship. Now, when those were rejected, Your Lordship, the necessary corollary to that would have been, Your Lordship, to call other candidates or a second list for verification, Your Lordship. So far as the graduate teachers are concerned, Your Lordship has dealt with right now, Your Lordship. They have published 3 lists, Your Lordship. After first round of verification, some candidates were rejected. then second list was issued, and in the second list also some were rejected, then third list was issued, Your Lordship. Here is a case, Your Lordship, where they have not done that exercise. Ultimately, Your Lordship, had they published the merit list, Your Lordship, as per the terms of the addendum, Your Lordship, terms 12 of the addendum, page 42, Your Lordship, these issues would not have propped up, Your Lordship. And to make it transparent, Your Lordship, the advertisement has clearly stated that there will be 2:1, Your Lordship. And on that count, Your Lordship, when I pointed this out, Your Lordship, yesterday, Your Lordship, day before yesterday, Your Lordship, the Learned Standing Council, Your Lordship, Education Department has said that he will take instruction of that, Your Lordship. And that is, Your Lordship, by going, Your Lordship, that by changing, Your Lordship, this going beyond, Your Lordship, or violating the terms of advertisement, they have acted arbitrarily, Your Lordship, in my humble submission, and in a very non-transparent manner. And at the end of the day, Your Lordship, it is a case of a public employment, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, there must be a, Your Lordship, transparent manner of, Your Lordship, selecting the candidates, Your Lordship. And that will be fulfilled only when, Your Lordship, they will come up, Your Lordship, once select list is published, our names are not there, then matter ends there, Your Lordship. If, Your Lordship, select list is not published, they are calling people, Your Lordship, individually. I am not saying that they are not beyond cut of death, but even then, Your Lordship, there should be, Your Lordship, a select list, general select list published in their website. That is not there, Your Lordship, to my instruction, Your Lordship. And, Your Lordship, therefore, Your Lordship, this all has come up, and they have, Your Lordship, against rejected candidate, they should have called for, Your Lordship, other candidates, Your Lordship. That has also not been done, Your Lordship. That is why we are before this Honourable Court. And on that, Your Lordship, if they say that the verification process will continue, press list will come up, Your Lordship, the matter ends there, Your Lordship. If that is not there, Your Lordship, why they have not followed this, Your Lordship? Some explanations from their part, Your Lordship, is to be there, Your Lordship.
So what exactly is the grievance? I am still not being able to understand. I do not know the situation, Lordship. What exactly is his problem? The problem, what he wants, Lordship, if Lordship is pleased to look at the prayer. What exactly what? I am going to consider all the prayers right now, right here. What is his first prayer? Page 25. So his first prayer is that directing the respondent author to publish second cut-off list since many of the candidates are being rejected in the first round of verification of documents. Why he is concerned? It is not a public interest litigation. Somebody were called and somebody were rejected in verification or whatever. How he is bothered? Number two, directing the respondents author to publish the rejected list of candidates showing their ground after of verification of documents. Those who have been rejected, they are given a rejection slip right at the place. I have the copies. The other day I have placed the copies also. The ground of rejection is given at the moment when it was rejected. Number three prayer, direct the respondent authorities to eliminate those candidates whose name appear in both graduate teacher as well as postgraduate teachers and to call new documents for verification. What are these prayers? Right now I'm conceding, Lordship. We'll publish whatever is required. Lordship will not give us a timeline because our team is fully busy with making the final selection. Lordship will give us 4 weeks and all these data will publish. Right now, Lordship may be pleased to dispose of the report. And same pair was, if Lordship is pleased to look at the judgment, the order which I have taken. Paragraph 2. Same pair. If one is postgraduate teacher, one is graduate teacher. Paragraph 2, may I read it? In this petition under Article 226 of the Constitution, the petitioners have prayed for issuing direction to the respondent to publish the reject list of candidates showing the ground after each stage of verification. Same prayer here. Issuing direction to the respondent authorities to eliminate those candidates whose name appear in 2 different subjects and to call new candidates for document verification in their places. Issuing direction to the respondent authorities to fill up remaining 13. This is a imaginary figure from where they have got. So I do not know. Now, Lordship, may I read the whole judgment? Paragraph 3. Mr. Borpatra, Learned Counsel for the petition submitted pursuant to the advertisement dated 26/12/2023, issued by the Director of Secondary Education. The present petitioners had applied for appearing in the teachers eligibility test cum recruitment test for the post of graduate teachers art in Assamese medium. Thereafter, on 19/1/2025, they along with others have appeared in the TET, and on 23/6/2025, the results were declared. But the present petitioners did not qualify in the first list. So list was there. So what list they are now talking about, I am not understanding. That's why what individual right has been infringed and how he is aggrieved. That has to be first projected before the Honourable to make out a prima facie case. Just saying that this is not done, that is not done, how he is bothered. We are following the SOP as well as all the rules and regulations in true letter and spirit. Once the final list is out, he has all the right to point out that if any undeserving candidate is selected. What is his interim prayer? Stall the proceeding. So what is the intention? And that is why I'm considering all the main prayer right now. There is no difficulty in accessing to any of the prayers. Nobody is hiding anything. Everything is going very transparently, and his own submission is that, Lordship, I do not come above the cutoff mark. That itself is the end of the story. No further submission is required. If you are not qualified, you should not be bothered about what the government is doing and who is getting the election process. So my humble submission that if possible, Lordship, maybe please impose cost on the writ petitioner. These are frivolous writ petitions. Just to solve the recruitment process. That is why Lordship is pleased to go to the interim prayer. May I place that interim prayer? Now, page 26. It is further prayed that pending disposal of the writ petitions, your Lordship may be pleased to direct the respondent authorities not to publish the final merit list. That means he wants the selection process to not proceed any further. Until now, we are in the stage of preparing the merit list. Once that merit list is out, then the cause of action, whatever may be the cause of action against each individual, that will come up. But at this stage, when the result is not declared, merit list is not prepared, it is under process, it is in a fluid situation. In that situation, nobody can say that my right has been increased. If he is agreed that he has not qualified by the cutoff mark, then he has the case. But that is not the case projected. I do not understand, Lord.
Eliminate candidates whose name appear both
No, that is the previous case. One is graduate teacher science, one is graduate teacher mathematics. So eliminate one. That is the, if I am not wrong, that may be the intention. But any person who will be selected, he will get only one, he will not get two. Suppose a person has applied for postgraduate teacher as well as graduate teacher, like the present case.
Okay.
So everything becomes very complicated, but it is improved that there is no case at all, no prima facie case has been established, and no individual right has been infringed. This is my humble submission. These are the rejection schemes. So we have to compile all the persons whose names are in the rejection category. We place it on the other day. Verification started, rejected verification for graduate teachers side. She has obtained Assamese diploma after the cutoff date. That is the round of rejection.
These are given individually. It's
All
not application.
individuals.
Lordship, that has been given individually, and my case is that, Your Lordship, once that person has been rejected, Your Lordship, where is the other person, Your Lordship, against that post, Your Lordship? That is precisely the case, Your Lordship. They have rejected someone against that post, Your Lordship, against that person. Someone else will have to be called, Your Lordship. Why are you not calling that? And when, Your Lordship, my right, Your Lordship, comes, Your Lordship, when you violate your own advertisement, Your Lordship, where is that list? I have made this, Your Lordship, that list is not there.
All right, we'll issue notice.
Lordship.
Heard Mr. S. Botagu, learned counsel for the petitioner. Submits that. The list again after 4 weeks.
Lordship may fix a date, Your Lordship, immediately after vacation. Because in the meanwhile, result will be out and Your Lordship appointment.
Respondents to file the counter affidavit in the meantime. Give a take. Mr. Saikia, when can you file affidavit? He instructs whatever.
Within a week's time. Maybe by Friday with filing.
In that case, Your Lordship may fix it on 13th, Your Lordship.